Welcome to Caribbean Insight. We have an explosion of Caribbean videos lined up for you. Tonight, you'll be experiencing international artists displaying the cultural rhythms of soca, calypso, reggae, dancehall, and salsa. So relax, and let's take a ride down the Caribbean.
Caribbean Inside, Caribbean Inside, Caribbean Inside, please check Caribbean Inside.
I am Ras Shorty Eye. I am a scientist, a musical scientist. I invented soca so that Caribbean people could have something to identify with wherever they go, any part of the world. Listen, you are viewing Caribbean Insight.
And, this is the Caribbean Baroque by Peter Minshall.
A lot of the Tata drummers here. This is first year up from Trinidad. As you can see, the mobiles are they're called dancing mobiles that he created this year, and you can see the mobiles are free and they give different types of movement. One thing about these mobiles, they were so beautiful. Look at the movements.
Yeah, this is really, really fascinating, isn't it?
It is, it is.
Wait, Rogers Avenue. And we see people here gathering as we get ready to meet and greet the second band. In the meantime, let's see what's happening. You need some sunglasses, girl?
In a little while, we'll need more than sunglasses for the amount of color that we're going to see.
And the heat that's going to be turning on. Remember, it's 78 degrees, and we're looking forward for the temperature to reach as high as 96 degrees here today in Brooklyn.
Here's Cliff Radinan's presentation of Indian Uprising, and as you can see, there are all kind of Indians on the Parkway. There's a Mohawk up there with a tomahawk.
Absolutely free. And speaking of freedom, I think we should get into the Jamaican society. They might be stepping down here now, seeing them hearing some reggae music.
True, and I'm glad that they're coming out and being more represented.
Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? Oh, you don't want to say.
Man in stilts.
Mocha Jambi.
Right.
As a child, I used to be so happy to see him, but I used to get afraid to get too close, huh?
Yeah, let's see him work. Let's see the Mocha Jambi do his thing.
Look how nimble and free he is. He can dance, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's a skill by itself.
I hope you live forevermore. Jah know that's for sure. Sing with me, my birthday song.
This is tomorrow's people. There's Bob Marley on the track.
Rastafari.
Live.
Happy birthday to you.
King Web on the track.
It's so wonderful to see all my families and friends around. They make me feel so happy. I'm acting like a clown.
She has a good view.
Can I get to see her again?
I think so. Dance and enjoy the sights from way up. I think we'll get another sight of them too, huh?
Yeah, that's great. Let's go back, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
She has no crowd crowding her. She hears the music clear and she can see everything.
How can I, how could I relive this moment once more?
Rasta.
It means so much to me. I'm lost for words. Will you help me sing? Sing my birthday song. Happy birthday.
Look at the crowd.
The children like it. The teenagers like to hear the reggae on the Parkway. So I'm glad that it's there.
Ah, here, check the hair comb.
Uh-oh, look like some Africa coming through. Hello, Africa.
This is Borokeets, USA.
one of the largest bands on the Parkway. I think they had over
3,000 people in this band.
Very, very big.
I just can't wait to reach in a fat taxi man. Hurry up. I find you driving very slow. Match your gas to make another stop. Till you reach a fat that I could jump.
All kind of costumes. They have many, many sections of different African wear and see, look at children, boy.
Yeah, the kids are definitely showing you that this festivity is gonna last today, tomorrow, and forever.
Like a raging bull, I'll be trampling everywhere.
I'm glad that we're teaching the children so that the generations live on and the culture lives on. Because without them, there is none, huh?
Yeah, you know, speaking of culture, you know, Carnival started in 1940 by a woman by the name of Miss Jessie Walker.
She was from Harlem. She was a Trinidadian, and she resided there. And she wanted the mass to bring the mass from Trinidad here in New York. But she had the mass going on around the pre-Lenten season, which is February, March, and it could be very cold in New York in that time. So as the pre-Lenten season was too cold to really bring mass on the streets and in the ballrooms were getting small. More Trinidadians were coming up. So in 1965, they moved the mass from Harlem in the ballrooms to Brooklyn.
By the man known as Carlos Lizama, was responsible for taking it on Eastern Parkway.
And Lizama is still very powerful in Wiyaka right now and making sure that things are going smoothly.
When she reach the gate, she start to shout aloud. Let me pass there, Mr. Gateman. I can't wait to jam and move my never.
Look at the colors, green for the forest, brown, and nice natural kind of colors. They even have a shack there.
And is this the king of the band right in front of me?
It looks so.
What a costume. It's large. It's over 14 feet, and the colors is Africa.
And the dimensions, it has a lot of different wings to it, which makes it nice.
Sons and daughters of Africa, this is modern Africa at work in Brooklyn.
One thing you know, African colors, the stripes of black and white and gold and black, those things are real prominent for special reasons in Africa.
Jam it! Raise your hand in the air. All right. The gate man say, woman, like you're mad with a smile on his face. Darling, let me see you stamp. If you want to go and
As you can see, Baroquita is still dominating most of it. The nice colors and everyone just dancing and having a great time.
Yeah, back to Africa we go with Borokids International. You know, it's strange enough to know that Borokid started off with Mud Mask a couple of years ago, and the man Ray Morris turned it into something like this for the last 4 to 5 years, and he's really progressing.
True, and it's funny, Borokid also makes trips to Canada and to Miami Carnival, and they also go down to Trinidad and join the Borokid International there. And it's real fascinating to see how it's grown because they do get a lot of people from other places.
It's a Borokid network.
It's Monday, fall, and a Friday, I don't care. I wanna jump up, free up, jump up, free up.
Yeah, look at this one, boy. Leg up, leg down, leg up, leg down.
Hey girl, we call that the soca wine.
Yes.
The police officer try his best. Girl was back with energy. He alone couldn't make the arrest. The police try, but could not apprehend she at all. He even tried psychology, but the woman stand up like a wall. She's so powerful.
They had a lot of safari look too.
Oh yeah.
I understand. That section came from the Utica Boys on Utica.
Let we jump up, come on, let we pants up now. It's time to free up. I wanna jump with a finger pointing in the air. Like a raging bull, I'll be trampling everywhere.
Look at the stands, nice green colors, beautiful.
Check the stairs.
Yes.
Everything totally matching. Green, orange, red, gold. Africa at work on Eastern Parkway. Temperature rising, and this is Borough Geeks International, just moving and gliding with the soca rhythm, girl.
Jump up, jump up. Free up, free up. Jump up, jump up. Free up, free up. Jump up, jump up. Free up,
This is fantastic.
True. That's also from a Utica Voice section.
free up, free up. Jump up, jump up. Free up, free up. Jump up, jump up.
Soca music,
Free up, free up.
Caribbean culture, the band,
Free up.
Borough Geeks International, as the sections keep moving on. Very large band, extremely large.
We're still in it. That's how large it is.
Jump up, jump up. Free up, free up. Jump up, jump up. Free up, free up.
Yeah, we're getting ready to meet Hawks International, another big bad band from Brooklyn.
This is party time. I feel into wine. I get in the groove. I feel into move.
Very, very colorful band. They did very, very well, I hear, in Children's Carnival on a Saturday.
It's time to party. Time to party.
Today Hawks is strong, and the name of this section, this masquerading piece, is Dancers of the Universe.
Party when feeling
And dances they had dances from every part of the world. They had Chinese dances, soca dances, African dances, dances from everywhere.
party. Time to party. Come let me party. Oh yeah, you.
Iron pan, was that iron?
That's the iron section of
Oh
Hawks, you know.
gosh, that's a big section. I thought it was a pan side. It sounds so stronger.
That's the iron section of Hawks International.
And iron is very important nowadays, you know.
Iron was always important. You remember Corey, the Iron Man?
The engine room, David Rudder. Yeah, you're right, you're right.
You gotta have the iron in the band.
Come let we party. Party when feeling nice. Party when rum and ice. Party till you get tight. Party all night. Time to party. Come let we party. Time to party. Come let we party. This is party.
The costumes are very nice. I was looking at the lace, which required a lot of detail and a lot of money. I think that costume was very well done.
Let's go back to this girl with this whistle, can we?
Uh-oh. Look at that. You see movement?
That's
It wasn't Peter Mitchell alone that had movement, so
sweet soca wine, girl. Yeah.
These flowers, dances, yeah. They were dances from, I think, one of the Oriental countries that they represented.
From
As you can
Dancers of the
see.
Universe, huh? Yeah.
As you can see, the movement.
I like the way this girl played her costume.
Yeah, she did a very, very good job.
Come let we party. Oh yeah, you. I'm feeling for soca. I get a party vibe. It a got me feeling nice.
Masters of the universe, Hawks International, multiple colors flowing the parkway today.
Time to party, come let me party. Time to party, come let me party.
That's the soca, baby.
Party with rum and ice. Party till you get tight.
There's the flag.
Trinidad and Tobago flying high today. Leaders of this Caribbean Carnival cultural exchange on Eastern Parkway. Eastern Parkway on fire today. The temperature rising, and we're definitely having ourselves a wonderful time. Come on down to the Parkway and join us. This is Hawks International.
You see, Bedford-Stuyvesant has their own culture. An African is an African. You see how she balanced that thing on she had?
Don't matter where you come from. As long as you're a black man, you're an African. And we're getting ready to go into the Barbados struck over.
Look at this man. You know, this is a man, you know.
It is?
Yes, yes.
Barbados struck over. What a portrayal today, right? You saw this man, right?
Yes, it is. I saw him personally, and I went and said hi, and he grinned. Come to kid.
Get up now, it is time to party.
Oh, she's lost or something, this girl?
Right now, forget everybody. Just get up and find a partner. Come let we rock with Papa Vida.
I'm glad to see Barbados out there. They're not so much in costumes, but they are making an effort to make their presence known. As you know, calypso and soca music is all throughout the Caribbean, and I think Barbados is letting us know that it's not just Trinidad alone can wine.
Yeah, but in Barbados we call the same calypso spooge, like in Jamaica we call it reggae.
Come on. Bend down low. I want you to touch your toe. Bend down low. I want you to
get into that soca wine, boy. Made us out of Africa, coming down Eastern Parkway.
Look at that costume. Look at those clothes.
Carnival 1989 in New York City.
As you can see here, still a lot of the tribal colors and tribal expression coming through, and it was very nice to see that there was so much African expression on the Parkway this year. It's not like that every year. It's like every couple of years we go through this expression of who are we?
every time the music plays and you shake your waist, it's just like a tornado breaking down the place. You're making me lost at your bam bam, girl.
Yeah, this is one of the bands with a lot of large costumes. They had some even up to 10 feet tall.
Shake my body up to the break on your bam bam, girl. Girl, every time you whine, you drive me off my mind. You whine it. And every time you move, you put me in the groove to whine.
And as you know, Miriam was one of the few masqueraders to go down to Trinidad and actually win some costume prizes down there also.
It's definitely a new age. It's definitely a new page. As history is unfolding in front of our eyes, this is Brooklyn Carnival with no disguise.
The 34th annual, huh?
Right on, sister, right on. Now, this gotta be some African witch doctor, right? Do you think? with
Yeah,
that
it
cane.
looks so. He has a scale in his hand. I wonder what that's representing besides justice itself.
I know this is justice in front of me. Soca justice, I call
That
this.
costume.
He looks like Shaka Zulu at work here.
It looks very, very powerful. St. Lucia come through, huh?
With the presentation of
They prevent
toys.
toys. Isn't that nice? St. Lucia's been coming out, I think, for the last 10 years. At first, they came out just having a lot of fun, and now they're getting a little bit more serious with the mask. They're bringing costumes, but the crowd is growing, and I'm glad to see that.
From the Isle of Spice, where everything is nice, this is St. Lucia doing it twice as nice in heaven's paradise. Brooklyn girl.
Football worries aside now, forget everybody. Just get up and find a party.
These more section of toys, right, coming through?
It looks so maybe Egyptian toys, Arabian toys.
Egyptian toys.
Hold your partner real tight. Don't see her wrong.
A lot of masqueraders get lost looking for their band, and they go through bands, and you don't know who's who, you know.
Right, the drifters.
Yeah.
But then that's the beauty. It's still African people just mingling. You know, I have friends in this band, and you have friends in that band. So somewhere along the line, we're gonna, you know, integrate. You know, big integration taking place in Brooklyn here today.
I want you to touch your toe. Bend down low. I want you to bend.
The laminate colors give off such a nice shine, huh?
A nice shine indeed, and that's the band from St. Lucia. We get ready to move into Melville Johnson, The Promise War Dance.
Mervyn is a very detailed and hardworking masked man. He believes in a lot of details and a lot of large floats, as we will see as we coming down here.
Exciting. Exciting colors.
And his war dances, it wasn't just limited to a particular country. It also was a universal thing where it covered more than just one particular country, say Trinidad or Africa as a continent. It went through many, many different phases. Look at the size of this costume, the pink and the blue, and how it's spread out, huh?
Check out the intermingle, the colors.
Yes, it's like layers and layers of feathers and wire and a lot of detail, even the faces detail in the back there.
It's definitely war dance.
This looks like an Oriental war dance partner.
When I heard them sing, hey, hey, back
Yeah,
off.
check the headpiece on this.
Give them space if they want it. What they started and finish. Back off on your back away. It's all time they keep
It's beautiful. It's fantastic. The man is a genius.
There's not enough adjectives in the dictionary for this costume.
all your witnesses.
And there you ever see somebody's doing some minor repairs.
Yeah, sometimes on the parkway with the amount of people out there, you have to mend as you go.
Then I go lock the two of them up.
Hey Monica, what do you think the temperature is now in Brooklyn,
I
girl?
don't know, it's climbing because I see sweat popping off some people's heads.
Yeah, she's
I
doing
know,
that.
I'm feeling hot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, look, the youngsters getting into that soca rumba wind back thing.
This is one day they can get away with it in front of their mother. Look at the size of these masses.
The fight was really getting exciting.
This one is about maybe 20 feet wide. I don't know if I'm overestimating or what. It looks so wide.
You should see all
And
the
arms.
I like the lady who's carrying it, you know.
Yeah, she's doing it with such ease too.
Oh yeah.
That's the gracefulness of bringing this kind of mask.
You could see that she's definitely a true lover of this activity. Mass in Brooklyn.
Hey, hey, back off on your back away. Give them space if they want it. What they started and finish. Back off on your back away.
Butterflies coming through.
Let them fight if they're fighting.
One thing about Carnival in Brooklyn, we tend to play a lot of insects as in home, but here it's a lot of insects being played.
It's for them things I charging. Back off on your back away.
Big bees and butterflies and things that, you know, were uncommon but very common to Brooklyn.
A lot of colors today on the parkway. His costumes are pretty light and easy to move around, and that's another plus for the man.
I think he does it because he wants to adapt it to New York. He knows it's just 6 to 8 hours on the Parkway, and it can be a lot of large detail when you're just on the Parkway.
I get into that soca wine from the girls over 35. Keep the soca alive, girl. No.
30-something, yeah. 30-something is special now. Huh?
Yeah, I hear that.
It seems like it's about 89 degrees now.
And we get into that soca wine.
The skies are blue. The wind has calmed down somewhat because we done sucked that all the year, you know.
And this is another band coming down the Parkway. It's New Generation.
Yeah, New Generation was a band that did their own thing a year and a half ago, and then last year they had merged with Savage, Nostalgic Culture, and they came together and they this is Eugene there from New Generation, yeah.
Say hi to one of the cameramen downstairs.
The costumes are very pretty, even the little flowers on the chest are very, very effective.
Yeah, it's original, you know, you think about paradise, and paradise is supposed to be something beautiful. And the colors here is colors of the rainbow, red, green, orange, blue. And that brings out paradise. That's the spice of life.
Yeah, Carla and Carol is very, very on time as far as the mask. This Richie.
And there's the soca baby again.
You always seem to notice them, huh?
I got an eye for soca child. I'm going to be looking for good things and big things from him by the year 2000.
Yeah, Eugene has a lot of new and nice ideas. He wants to see mass moved in a more positive role in Brooklyn, and I hope that with him and several of the mass leaders, it does happen.
Another festivity in Brooklyn today.
Yeah, because of New Generation's concept, and they have a nice band leader named Bob, he tends to get a lot of international type of people in the band, and it gives it a wider range, which is good.
Is that Bob Jizap?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember him last year. Another one of those butterfly masks coming through on the Parkway. Oh!
I know.
Boys playing girls. I can't really. Trinidad airing. Check the crown, girl.
I know it growing, huh?
Yeah.
It really growing. You can see it start to get to the thick of things. We must be approaching near Nostrand Avenue now.
Yeah, 90 degrees.
It's starting to hear. It's starting to feel more hotter. In A Man in the Moon. This band, this truck, it had a message of drug abuse, and they really wanted the children and everyone to know to just say no. And I think that it was very effective.
Make that change right now to KC International with D. Modest Associates and the Exotic Dancers.
That's a very dimensional, different type of mash. You can see the fins and the legs.
somebody spend the night with me. I'm feeling for somebody to keep my company.
As you can see, this float here, this actual mask costume is very nice.
Yeah, check the colors.
Yeah, and it's huge. Look how big it is, man.
It's over 14 feet high and like.
And she moving it as if it's a feather. True, because it seems like they like the large float idea and the colors.
Live music on the Parkway today from KC International. Let's take a close look at this fish mask. I like the concept.
I like the dimensions. It has a lot of different dimensions to it, showing that it's not just one piece together. It has different parts.
Look at this, you play his piece. This one, another breakdown of the Parkway, another mending.
And that happens as we go down, you know?
Yeah. She looks pretty happy here. Colors on this costume is red, gold.
It's huge. Look at the colors and the size of it. It's moving, and look at the little person inside.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of power to move it.
Yeah.
It looks about 10, 12 feet tall.
You gotta be on the Parkway today to see these things in living color.
It's an honor to play and move a mask like that. It is an honor.
This band is only large costume.
Everybody at top.
Nice.
Over 10 feet, check this out. They call it exotic dancers.
Anybody I lean on.
D Midas Associates on Eastern Parkway with music by KC International.
Bright, somebody bright, somebody smart, 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 smart. I want somebody to hug up, somebody to squeeze up, somebody to jump up, and everything will be ivory.
Here's the queen of the band.
Right.
Yeah, see the colors, this Trini colors, red, black, and white. And as you can see, she's moving that mask nice.
We got a back view of it.
It's like many arms reaching out to touch you.
Exotic Dancers is the name of the presentation. And I suddenly hear that song of steel coming through.
I hear it, man. Look at it, that's Silhouette Steel Orchestra.
Talk about the steel orchestra is one of the most modern instruments of the 20th century, created from oil drums, and you're listening to the best of it here on Eastern Parkway today.
Here we are on Nostrand Avenue, boy.
Another familiar sight.
A landmark.
Brooklyn. Landmark, I like that. We have a booth right here on Nostrand and Eastern Parkway. You check us out when you make time. It's Brooklyn Carnival. It's 90 degrees now on the clock.
Yes, when you hit Nostrand and Eastern Parkway, it is 90 degrees.
90 degrees and over 6 million people here today. Moving and grooving to that slick soca music, and we get ready to meet the band Savage with their presentations of Cat.
I say in this band.
What is the cop speaking about?
I don't know, but soon they may be dancing, huh?
Yeah. Yes, here is the band we've been waiting for the last 4 or 5 hours of it. This is Savage International with Cats.
Cats. There's king cats, there's top cats, there's all kind of cats.
Look the bandit, a police constable who should act more seriously. The 15,000 in CID, that's a bandit. Look the bandit. Last week I'm making my kitchen tongue.
There's all kind of cats. Look at the costumes and the look of those cats. There's no headpieces, you know.
Yeah.
It's only cat makeup and cat bodies.
Looky there, looky there, looky there, looky there. Hold him, don't let him get away.
But the band today on the Parkway look like 3,000 strong.
That's what I'm saying. We got people from everywhere coming join that band.
Look
And
at those tails.
all over tails.
They say crime rate is high. This you must not deny. Well, don't talk about bankrupt.
Mel Simon been bringing miles to the Parkway for the last 4 years.
Oh, no.
Mel
Yes.
Simon.
Well, if the gallery with watch, diamond rings and gold chains, sister. Well, if you get touched, to the law you must not complain. The panorama boat is waste. It only breaking down all over the place. That's a bandit. Look the bandit. A magistrate make history. He gets 17 years jail in this country. That's a bandit. Look the bandit. So if you wanna lead a have a grouse, and when he step out, you search the house.
Mel there.
All right.
I know Mel's tired. I didn't think he slept for the last 3 days.
Oh, man.
But that's part of the mask.
Let him get away. Boy, boy, boy.
What kind of cat is this?
That's a Wasi cat. That's a special Wasi cat, man.
When you talk about cats, how many sections cats have?
There was 10 sections. There were male sections of cats. There was Wasi. There was modern cat. There was black cat. There was alley cat. There was cat tamer. The cat tamers were the men, you know.
Bandits, yeah.
And they were all kind of cats coming.
It has bandits
Cats
every
International. Savage, the name of the band. All type of cats on the Parkway today.
day.
But as you can see, as it gets down to the thicker things,
It have bandism in government. It have bandism in parliament. And don't judge me wrong. See them walking bout and gone. I hear how they break the weed. They teach the US but lead the TT. That's a bandit. Look the bandit.
But we still have some beautiful cats. Let's go into this cat.
she's ready. Look at her eyes.
Wicked cat, man.
Look the bandit. And when they can't get the things they want, they lock you inside a master trunk. That's a bandit. Look the bandit. Well, look
There's the flag.
Trinidad and Tobago, leaders of this carnival activity. That's a real cat.
Yeah, that's little Lynn. I think she got tired. It would have to be put on a truck. Another little cat.
Cats of the future, cats of the
This is
past.
one of those powder cats that we didn't see until today, you know?
What kind of cat is this?
Let's see what cat it is. Oh, that's a Wasi cat there. And you see how they use the design and paint up in wigs and everything and make it nice, huh?
Yeah, Wasi cat doing a soca jam.
But they take advantage of those cats. A lot of people like to chase cat, you know, when you're smelling the fish.
Yeah. It's like an angry dog for his bone.
Yeah, look at her. She was a very pretty cat, and she had her own section of cats. It was
What about
very,
this cat?
That was a lion. He was a lion tamer.
that's- This is a sophisticated cat.
One of the lions, too. That's Steve and his wife. And Steve is also the one that does most of the shoes for Savage.
Oh, shoe designer.
Yeah, he covers the shoes, which is one of Savage's specialties, that they give people a chance to make all pieces of their costume, not just the costume itself. They have like an open camp attitude.
It's international setup, and it's coming from the top. So what about the people?
Look at that costume, that face, that makeup. That was so nice. Very special cats they were.
That's what these are, the pink cats. Look her go, check her out. More cats. Let's go down and see the rest of the body. Can we get a look at the rest of these girls' body? You think we could?
Yeah, you see how they dressed and designed their section. It's a nice section of cats, and their tail was heavy.
And when she gets sick, she throw the child. That's a bandit. Look the bandit. Well, if
she there, look she there, look she there, look she there, look she there.
Shoot she, don't let she get away.
Woy, woy, woy. Hi, hi, hi. Woy, woy, woy. Hi, hi, hi. Woy, woy, woy. Hi, hi.
Those kids were so happy. They were so happy to move the cats.
Hi, hi, hi.
Oh, a tired cat on top of him, huh?
Tired cat. I
Tired
like
cat.
that. And this
That's
is
a top cat.
top cat.
They had chandelier glasses and canes. And that's one of the designers that did the Pink Panther.
Oh.
And he worked very hard on that Pink Panther. Matter of fact, he shared the making of that costume with the community outside of the camp. And he spent a lot of time teaching people about how masks is made.
Oh, great.
The colorful psychedelic colors there are called the modern cat. And they're showing that the bicycle look and the bright colors.
And this is a Panamanian cat.
Yes, it is. And she used all real fur. There's Trini Debo.
What kind of cats are these?
Those are the stray cats that just joined the band for the day.
This is the iron section. They didn't care about costume. They just wanted to be in the band. The band that's gravitating all the guys and dolls to just move and groove to that sweet soca music.
The new band, one of the new modern bands that a lot of youth and people want to join because it's moving in a positive direction. And let's say that most of the bands on the Parkway this year are trying to do things in a more positive way.
That's a bandit. Look the bandit.
Well, look, this group of boys here, these guys were moving through with a strange appearance, but they had power behind them.
Hi, hi, hi. Woy, woy, woy. Hi, hi, hi.
This is the Mardi Gras section. It's good to see that they're following up right there in that band Cats, showing that Mardi Gras is here in New York City. And that's the end of the band. Carnival is not only a dream, it's reality. Carnival is a spirit. Carnival is dignity of a people moving together with one love.
We're glad that we came out. We had a great time, didn't we?
Yeah, I look to see more of this next year as the Carnival spirit just keep on moving.
So if you wanna lead a harbor,
My name is Norris Wilkins.
Mine is Monica Gill, and I hope you enjoyed your time with us.
I think it's my time to go on down there and bend down low.
don't let him get away.
Woy, woy, woy. Hi, hi, hi.
Well, looky there, looky there, looky there, looky there, looky there. Hold him, don't let him get away. Boy, boy, boy. Hi, hi,